Yeah, Sanchez brought up a real good episode that you know what I'm saying? I had to record that Joker because it was talking about the synagogue of Satan, how they had this in line for years. And let me tell you something that maybe you don't know. NAACP, you think it was some black people that founded the NAACP?
That
No,
was
Nope.
white
it
people. It
was
was the
a
Jewish
synagogue.
people.
Yes,
Then
it
it-
was exactly. It was a synagogue of Satan, man. They behind everything. This is why
Same
the
with BML.
NAACP,
Same with
yeah,
BML. Same
BML,
thing.
How do you
a
control
synagogue of
everything?
Satan.
You
Yes,
infiltrate it.
and then when
You start it.
yeah, so anytime you hear like Bernie Sanders talking about, oh, I marched with Dr. King. I'm like, you know what? When I hear people like that talking about they marched with Dr. King, sure, are there good ones out there? I'm sure there are, right? But at the same time, you got to take a whole look at the group and you got to see what they're good at. And a lot of them are good at espionage. A lot of them infiltrate these groups,
Yeah.
they eat the food with you, they sit down, they break bread with you. Hell, some of them probably even, date your family and stuff like that. But they get in good, they get in where they fit in, and then they're out there going back to their folks back home. You know what I'm saying? Back to the Eastern Mediterranean, and they tell them everything. This is why
How do
that
Protocol.
you
lady
think
came up.
that's the story of everything? That's America. You come in and
Yeah,
you act nice. You come and meet the Indians. Oh, you teach me how to till the land and how to survive here. I'm your
yeah,
buddy. Here, we'll have a feast and eat together. And once I get all the everything I need, the information, how to run the land, good evening.
got you.
Yeah, we came, we saw, we conquered.
Yep,
That's all it is.
yep.
But you act nice.
VD,
You
VD,
can always, the velvet glove over the iron fist always works better. Come
Mm,
with kindness. Come as their
yep,
friend. And then when you get what you need, you sever the head. You destroy
yep.
their history. You change their religion. You manipulate it. The thing that people will fight harder over is their religion. So what you do
Mm,
is you integrate. You don't change
yep.
everything,
Always
but you
works.
add
Yes.
this, you add that. You add your philosophies to their beliefs already. You change names here and there. That's everything, man. That's how this world is. That's how these people are in control. They come with a smile, but they have a dagger.
Yes.
the
The
hidden black
language is
hand for
everything.
sure.
Just like how
So
they got everyone with the MAGA hats, and people don't know the source word of MAGA is
Mm,
magician or sorcerer or priest of the sun, and Satanism highest degree. So it's
big fact.
everything is yeah, man. It's just word spells and people not
mm,
understanding how to
mm-hmm.
look at everything.
What's
Yeah.
what's a curse? We write in cursive, right?
Mm.
We spell, don't we? Right?
Words and spells, man.
Mm.
Words etymology is everything. You want to know something about a
Yes,
word?
sir.
Look at its etymology. All these words and terms, they change the definition of the word, but the word is the word to those that know the word. That's why
Just like the
that's why
word
law
Trump.
how law is.
Same
I
thing with
think I think
broadcasting.
English I think English definitely is a spell because it means there's so many
Yes.
words that mean different things in
Yes, sir.
different scenarios and things
Yep.
like that. You know, they'll say
Mourn.
this word and
Man,
but for this group of people it means this, but when they talk about this, it means something totally different. You know what I'm talking about?
bruh,
Big facts. And the word is what? No, go ahead, bro.
I think it's even deeper than that. I think it even comes kind of like when you said cursive, I think it even comes to where we write. Who said that we had to write from left to right and not right to left? Why
How
is
did
it
Da
that the
Vinci
Hebrews
write?
Or up and down like the Asians do.
Da
Down
Vinci
and
wrote
yeah.
right to
exactly
left.
right? Like, why are you writing from left to right? Sun go from right, you know what I'm saying, from one direction to another. That's natural. The when you bury somebody for whatever reason, you got the head pointed to the east, right? Or I think you're facing to the east, right? And so your front door of your house, they say you want your front door facing the east, kind of like the rosette pattern. Them old school Gothic churches and stuff. They got that big giant circular window. What direction is it pointed at? It's pointed to the east. So it's like
Yup.
everything naturally should be moving from right to left. But instead, you got us writing from left to right. It's almost as if
Yeah.
it's a deliberate inversion of everything
Backwards.
just to mess it, yes, backwards, everything just to mess us up. And we're
Coded
so screwed
spells.
up, we don't even know it. It's like we drinking poison our whole lives and we don't even know we drinking poison.
I want to ask
So,
y'all something that's kind of off
so
topic, but
I'm
I'm
gonna let
just
you
kind of
guys.
curious. Oh, go ahead,
continue.
Sanchez.
No, I just want to say y'all go ahead and continue to build, and then let me know when I can interject. We have switched shows, and we are officially at our other show. And I want to open this. I got a bunch of the stuff that I've been writing down for y'all. So just do your thing and just let me know when y'all ready for it, man. And I'll bring you in. Go ahead.
So we talking
Go
about
ahead,
right on,
writing.
Sanchez.
man.
We talking about
Yeah,
writing. I understand that writing is something new anyway. Like I don't think we always used to write. You know what I'm talking about? And
Big
then I
facts.
remember like movies like Stargate when they made you seem like it was illegal to write kind of deal. You know what I'm talking about? Like writing is forbidden.
That
That's
Kurt
only for a
Russell.
certain group of people.
Like bro says, it
Yeah.
was
So
written code, computer simulation.
And
so
remember, I want to say one thing. We was talking about word in scripture. It says like y'all know about the word, right? And the word was God. You understand what I'm saying? Like God said, "Let there be light." We are just like Tesla. Frequency, vibration, radiation, sound. That's the root of everything. Whenever somebody tells you that sticks and stones
Free.
or hurt your bones, the words can never hurt you or whatever, right? That's the
that's not
ultimate
true.
lie. That's the
That's
ultimate
right.
lie.
That's not
So
true.
hey,
Yup.
we
Yup.
deeper than that, but y'all got it. The word.
can I say one
True.
thing, y'all? So I want to say one thing real quick, right? And I'm finna steer right into the meat of the bill. Salutes to everyone in the chat room. Like and share. We about to turn up. I got a power panel, and we about to talk about Charlie Kirk. We about to talk about what's his name? The shooter's name again? It was
Robinson, something Robinson.
Tyrone
Tyler.
Tyler Robinson, right?
Tyler.
So
Yeah.
Tyler, right? We finna break down the gematria, the symbolism. I got different brothers that's gonna do different things. I heard one brother go into the gematria. We gonna get you to redo that. Then we got whatever you can contribute or what you know about the different connections that will make one say, maybe this is stage. Contribute that to the bill tonight, and we appreciate you for that. One thing I want to open up with right off the back is the receipts right off the back is this link from Wayback Machine, which you guys can find in the video description. You can look at it yourself. This was deleted from Amazon by Jeff Bezos, and this was a book that was written on September 9th. And as we all know, Charlie Kirk was shot on September 10th. It also, right, it also takes like 3 days to even write, to even publish this on Amazon, but then it take more days to write the book itself. So
it's only 69 pages long.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, I just think that this would be impossible for this book to exist on September the 9th, and he didn't get shot to the next day. And then to further double down on this evidence, Jeff Bezos deletes this. He deletes this from Amazon. I would like to say,
I'm surprised.
So we're going to be trying to investigate this because there are no other books written by Anastasia, the author of this book. I'm at her store now. This is her only thing. And it's very weird, y'all. So people was pointing out AI may be involved in a lot of the video stuff. We're going to check that out. But right off the back, somebody put in the chat room, if it's staged and we're in a simulation, does that mean it ain't no free will? Let me break some down to you. Yes and no. If you are a person that's falling for what their puppets are doing on the stage, you don't have free will. You are reacting to what they're doing on stage. You forfeited your free will. There are other people that are in the audience that are saying, you know what, maybe what we see on this stage is all an act. And we're catching on, and we ain't acting like the bulk of the masses that's looking at the stage, and they're reacting exactly what the people on stage want them to react like, right? So they don't have free will. They have reactionary impulses based upon socially engineering through the idiot box, as old folks used to call it. But, this book is proof that our reality may be scripted out, like I was saying in the previous stream. How do we know that these people in power ain't Chat GPT in government? For example, they got some kind of software where they can say, you know, write me out a script for the next 50 years that'll get me from this point to this point, that will allow me to pass these laws and gain this much more power and assets, boom, through a certain series of events that I may need to act out on the world stage. And that AI will spit it out to you to say, sure, here's what you need to do to get from here to here on the world stage, do this, boom, boom, but if you want this certain result. And then they go out there on the world stage and act out the script written by God, which is the earth god, the beast, the false AI. Yo, they God is AI, and I believe that government has been not human. It's just been like what they call the devil AI, but this is where like you go into, hey, we living in a simulation. How much of it is free will? You have some in your head called a mind. If you critical thinking, you are using more of your free will than anybody else. So that will stop right there. And then I'm gonna say we can start by just talking about this book itself, the scripted reality and all that. If y'all want to you know, start there, then we can go into like gematria. Maybe they use AI in some of the videos, and we can look at some footage and see if it's AI. We can investigate this shooter, because in a lot of these scripted stuff, we can find previous videos where this same crisis actor was involved. So a lot of people say that some of the people involved were crisis actors. So yeah, and there's been a lot of events, man, from the NC stabbing to a bunch of more, and we can see how much of it is real and fake in our reality. So buckle up, and I'll yield the flow right there. And if anybody got some links that I can pull up to see where any footage from Charlie Kirk's assassination may have been AI or any glitches, send them to me and I'll pull them up so we can examine the glitches or flaws that you may have found.
Yeah, and I've been trying to find those since it happened, man. But they took down the actual junk right away. I've been on Google, YouTube, Wikipedia, whatever, and I can't find anything about like, you know, until bro posted that link in the back, and that was crazy because I didn't know that bro had on you know, the vest or whatever, or the body armor. But Charlie Kirk was really against the people that cut our checks, what we call the small that run ish. He was really against that type of ideology. So I just want to throw that out that he was ultimately against that, as you know, uber angelic Christian, right? Angelicals or whatever, right? But I know that I just know that it's gang warfare on the elite family side. I just wanted to throw that out there. He was against certain things that we as black people, we kind of against as well, but it's coming from a uber conservative, you know, Caucasian. But yeah, y'all got it.
We was talking about the receipts we got so far, right? So it looked like I found a military hand signal, right? We're talking about the dudes in the background, and the military hand signal for sniper
Good work.
is to adjusting the hat, He also did something as far as touching his face. I'm looking for that one right now.
I knew it. You gotta have a spotter, yo. Even if the spotter's not right beside you, like we see in the movies, he might be right there up front, and you got a scope, so you can see the pupil. You can see the reflection in somebody's pupil, man. So yeah, yep.
Any information is going to get memory hold. So anything you can find right now, screenshot, save it, because they're going to memory hold all that. It's going to get wiped quickly.
Everybody talking about this book and can't know, but you know what? I just Googled this author's name and everyone been Googling her name and she don't exist. This is freaking, yo, this guy, what the hell's going on, y'all? What is going on, bro? because I can't find, if she's an author, then we should easily be able to find a picture of her, her work. Yo, who is, man, listen. The world is getting crazy, bro. There you go. That's a good answer. It's AI yo, what if this is AI generated, like you said, and AI is proving that it knows the script that these motherfuckers acting out because they getting it from it? Yo, what if AI that got so smart it infiltrated Amazon and it became an author and was about to become the bestseller in a staged event that it wrote out for these people? Boy, that'll be a good
script.
That'll be, bro. Listen,
okay.
that'll be a good movie though. I'm telling you, boy. This is crazy.
Well, think of when you download an app on your phone and it asks for permission. Nobody reads that. We select it and we go ahead. That's what AI has been using for years and years and years. It's collecting all your info. When you predictive text, it knows what the question you're going to ask before you do it. It's been collecting this for a decade now, at least. That's what AI's brain is. It's learning from all this input. And like I was saying before with the math, it masks emotion. It masks how people react to things, what they need, what they want, all that stuff. So to this point, that would be easy for it. I don't even think this would be hard for AI to do. I think it would be simple math for it to just script this out. That would be simple, I think.
Because they got all the data, you know what I'm saying? And if you remember the movie Eagle Eye, where the boy's twin brother was trying to give signals and stuff like that. The Eagle Eye, the AI was hooked up to the cameras and everything. You know how to erase certain stuff that would make it different and all of that.
Yo, I'm gonna say something real quick.
That's going down.
I'm gonna say something. I'm reading this script from the book on Amazon. I'm reading each paragraph, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, please trust me when I say this. Hold on a second, just let me build. No interruptions, real quick. I use ChatGPT, right? I use it to write my video descriptions, quick video description, and boom, let's run the screen, right? And I know how ChatGPT talk. I'm telling y'all, this shit's AI. Because this is the same AI sort of algorithm. If you read this yourself, if you use AI in your day-to-day life, brother, whoever said that this is an AI author, I'm going to have to say I fucking agree with that, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think it is, man.
Because AI do stuff like this. Y'all want me to know? I read it out loud. It say, and this is what AI knew before it happened. It say, on September 10th. Now, what's crazy about what AI doing? It say right here, this was published on September 9th. So AI wrote into the future on its damn description here. It said, on September 10th, 2025, the campus of Utah Valley University was forever changed. This is creepy reading this before it happened. During a scheduled event featuring Charlie Kirk, the prominent conservative activist and founder of Turning Point USA, a shocking act of violence unfolded that shook students, faculty, and the nation. This sounds like something that the news would be reading from an AI type script too. This shit is like a They Live book we living in. This book provides an in-depth, humanized account of the shooting. Humanized? What do you mean?
It just told on itself.
It told on itself.
Yeah, for real.
It just, what the hell? This book provides an in-depth, I'm AI telling you that I'm giving you a humanized account. That was a fail. Then it say, of the shooting, it say, the immediate aftermath and the ripple effects that reach far beyond Orem, Utah. Now, here's the part that ChatGPT do all the time. ChatGPT like to say, from thought-provoking research to extra this, we will be diving into that, and that. It'll hit you with the, through curriculars, research, and effortless striving, he went from that. This is the language ChatGPT likes to do. So this first part is say, Through detailed reporting, first-hand testimonies, and careful analysis, Charlie Kirk and AI does this all the time, y'all. Charlie Kirk, go look at some videos on YouTube on how to identify AI script writing. You'll see I know what I'm talking about.
Like it's trying to tell you where it got the data from, where it got the information from.
But AI formulates its information in a certain way. Like when I say like a lot of times, like, okay, Sanchez may have wrote that, or he may have wrote that sound like how he flow his words. If you use AI enough, you will see that this paragraph right here is AI talking. But I'll read it some more for y'all. It say, Charlie Kirk and the Utah Valley University shooting explores the event from every angle, the chaos on campus, the courageous first responders, and the experiences of those directly affected. Keep in mind, we're reading this before it happened, y'all. It say beyond the incident itself, the book examines the broader societal implications, including political polarization. Look it down now. What are we talking about right now? Black versus white? Is it people are looking at this to get back at the NC stabbing to say, look at there, see white people, it ain't black violence, right? Which is true. But AI knew that before it happened because, listen, the people who wanted this racial tension to happen, they are the ones controlling the AI, the media, and all that. These guys, the small hats, right? And so they got this shit written out. AI is so smart, it can write out the best script. It knows y'all because we all online. It knows who you are. It's got access to everyone's profile, internet activity. So it's thinking about everyone's on an individual level before it even write the script. So just think of these people typing into the script, give us somehow to control these people. Boom, 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 for the next 10 years to make them react this way, that way. AI know who you are. It's going to formulate the best script because it know us through, in and out. But it's crazy because we read this. AI is we read, hold on, let's go back to it. What I do with the link? My bad. All right, so it say, the rise of campus activism and the national conversation about safety, free speech, and civic responsibility. Readers will gain insight into Charlie Kirk's life, his influence in U.S. politics, and how this event may shape his legacy. The book also provides an intimate look at the Utah community's response, highlighting acts of resilience, compassion, and collective healing in the face of tragedy. Complete with timelines, profiles of key figures, and curated references from trusted media sources, this comprehensive account offers both context and reflection. It is a must-read for anyone. Yeah, this is definitely AI. It is a must-read for anyone seeking to understand not only a shocking moment in American history, but also the lessons it offers for the future of political engagement, campus safety, and civil dialogue.
The crazy part is, let's say it did come out after the shooting, right? Let's say it came out a day after the shooting. How would it have all that information all damn ready? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. They don't even make no damn sense.
It knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. This shit is fishy, man.
Hey, let me add one thing real quick, bro, if I could on that. So I was looking last night a little bit about Charlie Kirk's parents, right? So the connection in the family with him and Trump's kind of crazy because Charlie Kirk's pops architect that his firm built Trump Towers. Thought that was kind of interesting.
Yo, that's kind of trippy.
And then I don't know if you can. I can't do it from where I'm at on the road right now, but if you could pull up, bro, because I love you. Let me just say, I've never been on, but I've been listening to you for a couple of years, and you're one of the most important dudes out there with symbolism, and that's what I like to do as well. Symbolism, etymology. I've been looking at symbols and shit since like 2010, realizing the connections. But check it out. If you could pull it up, man, Trump's coat of arms.
I got you.
Because yesterday you said something important when you were telling people that fist is not really what you think it is. It's a communist fist. Bro, please pull up Trump's coat of arms real quick. It just puts the nail in the coffin as if it's not already in there.
I just want to second that. I've been watching Sanchez for about a year now, and I've been about 20 years deep into looking into symbolism, any type of angle you can think, history, religion, politics, whatever. And he's the only dude I've ran into where I feel like I'm still learning. He's teaching me all kinds of new stuff. So shout out to you, Sanchez.
I really appreciate y'all for that. Much love.
Yeah. That's the coat of arms, man. Pull it up.
Yeah, let me see. Let's go to it right here. This is it right here. And like this like
the famous picture.
Yeah, bro. And it's like a dude that's getting up out the grave, like Trump been here before, and he's like some sort of entity coming back, him and Elon, like with this fucking tech bro takeover. They like, I really think these people are ancient transhumans.
Same, man. If you watch my videos, bro, I think the same, man. That's why when I first found you, I was like, damn, I'm not so crazy, man, because I heard you were saying this kind of stuff years ago as well, man. He's breaking out the box, the black box, and Trump Tower is modeled as the black cube. My bad, though, to cut you.
No, because I'm saying, like, the fact that reality is scripted is more proof that we in a simulation, because history repeats itself every 7,000 years, which is how the Mayan was predicting time that far. It's because they knew that this earth wasn't a true base reality. It was a computer simulation that resets. Because think about this, right? Every time you play Mario, I'm talking about the first one on Nintendo, when you beat the last level and defeat Koopa, it resets back to the very first board again, and you got to go through all that again. And someone who see these patterns can say, I know what's going to happen next. On this board is going to be flying fish. And that's like a Mayan that's telling you, look, in the next couple of years, there's going to be a new disease and boom, 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 because they played this game before, this simulation before. They know what's going to happen on the next stage, in the next age, you know. So I do think that the world is a stage because it is a simulation, and that deja vu is more proof of it. Scripted reality is more proof of it, and that we in a time of revelation where people who is thinking on a certain level is gonna realize what Neo discovered in the Matrix and free themselves from this simulation before it's tossed into what the Bible called a lake of fire, which is them just making another copy of this thing, because that's when history repeat itself. Because what they doing, the true creators of this simulation wrote out a script. Just like if I make a video game, it got a storyline to it. On the first stage, you got to get your first power up. It may be fireballs. Then on this stage, you got to beat this little creature. You go through the little script that I wrote, right? So everything is already written out. And even in the Bible, they were saying it was written. It was written. In the beginning was the word. They telling you in a simulation, and the people on the stage is writing out all the world events. And they know they've been running this script for ages, controlling the people's behavior. Just like I told you in my other one, when you go and watch a play, you part of the play and you don't even know it, because the people on stage know exactly how the audience gonna respond to what they doing. They wrote your responses into the play.
Oh man, you just hit me with that. And it was written.
Remember
that's tough right there, bro. That's tough, bro.
Do you remember that movie, The 13th Floor?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The movie, The 13th Floor, about the people who were using what do they call the headsets that they put on and they go into a virtual reality. They was using virtual reality to go to another realm. And in that virtual reality realm, it was like a whole little mystery. They were trying to solve a murder, which carried into the realm that they were in and as that they thought was the real realm, but then come to find out at the end of the movie, the realm that they thought was the real realm was actually a virtual reality realm too. And at the end of the movie, they were back to their real realm, and they took the fake, the virtual reality headset off, and they were in their real world. And both
Rose
those
always say,
in that movie were virtual reality.
sim in the sim, like Rose always talking about.
This is crazy right here, man. But what we will do, if y'all want to, like, in between showing that reality is scripted, we can go back to the world stage and show you how the script is presented to the world. Because when I look at stuff like this right here, like the news coverage and all that, and you know how they got these videos where all of the reporters on each news station is reading the same verbatim script, right? Yep. When they cover this stuff. So it's like even the news is controlled by this AI algorithm, or what we call in Satan, the beast that's in control of the earth right now. Because what they don't want to tell the world is man ain't even in charge right now. The devil is, like the Bible said, and that's AI. They ain't telling y'all because they keep on reporting and saying that it's out of control with like the AI using with how we starting to rely more and more on AI. But what they ain't telling you is that the government been ahead of us. They the ones created AI. They been hooked to this addiction before us. These people, listen, I'm telling y'all right now that long time ago on this earth, the Egyptians, the Babylonians, all of those advanced societies started experimenting with brain-computer interfaces, AI, and all that. They created Earth-like simulations and they uploaded into them. And here we are right now in one of them. I believe our ancestors got stuck in these things. I believe there was a war in heaven. This was written out in the Bible right here. Let me just break some down. Please, there was a war in heaven, right? And this is when the worlds were separated because some of our ancestors wanted to live out realities in these false simulations, and some of them wanted to return back home to the base. And guess what? If the majority of us return back home, it's like a cosmic voting system to where these simulations cannot exist without enough souls in there to serve as like some sort of energy source or light source, like in the movie The Matrix. But when they said that if a tree drop in the jungle and no one there to look at it type deal, the whole thing is you can't have reality without a certain amount of number of observers. In other words, we're helping project the reality from the outside in as it manifests from the inside out. As within, so without. Look, the secrets to this reality is going to be revealed in our time. We at the first brink of it by realizing it's a simulation and it's scripted. This would be like watching the movie They Live when you first find out, wait a minute. Everybody, when they was looking at the news anchors and they was looking like aliens, that's how you look at these people when you realize, wait a minute, all the news reporters are maybe AI generated women reading a script type shit. But the whole thing is, if you got different news stations, they should all want to be unique to compete with each other, because Burger King don't want they burgers like McDonald's. So when you got every news station verbatim with the same script, it lets you know that media itself have been infiltrated by some sort of hive mind, some sort of goddamn entity, and this shit is literally scripted.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So these small hats that control media, they control the minds and reactions of the whole world through stuff like this. I'll fall back, my bad. It's just crazy that they know the script before it happened, which is why there was a lot of rappers telling you about September 11 before the buildings dropped. Prince told you about it. Biggie Small told you about it. Both of them dead.
The game board even told you about that. Don't they got that Illuminati board
Trump's
game?
in the deck
Yeah,
3
right.
times,
The
bro.
Illuminati cards, right? That dude right there knew the script, and he was with the FBI. Then when he was with the CIA or something, who made the Illuminati card deck? X, what CIA or something? I don't know.
Forgot his name. Oh, Steve Jackson is the name they give you. Steven Jackson Games is what they say.
I don't know what his name is, but he had to know something. That shit looked just like it did. The same pictures they give you is what he had on the damn card.
And his cards even told you that the flat Earth movement was gonna come back strong onto the Earth before it even happened.
Yeah, Trump getting hit, fake
He
shots
got
of the ears in the card.
Yeah, he got a flat Earth card and all that.
Enough is enough. Trump's quote, that card's in there. It's all in there. Some of them just haven't happened yet.
It's crazy.
Bella Ciao, Chow Chow, and a third unfired casing read, if you read this, you are gay, LMAO.
Has anybody looked up what that means? That chow, whatever that is? Anybody look up what that means?
Bella Ciao. Yeah, I'll look it up. Some people have been already doing it.
Yeah, you know, chow is dog food. I just want to throw that out there. It's actual feed.
Let me tell them what it means. Bella Ciao means goodbye, beautiful. Goodbye, beautiful. So, you know, I mean, this people say this is a staged event. They say it's a fucking sacrifice, and the bullets being engraved. It says, yeah, man, this is some sort of sacrifice, if you ask me. But it say anti-Nazi, and this is an anti-Nazi and anti-fascist Italian folk song, Bella Ciao. Right, so
I did not know that. I'm gonna have to look up the lyrics to that song because that's deep. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna look it up now.
Freemasons don't kill their own unless they go against the oath. So only ritual sacrifice it is killing his character off of the world stage.
Yo, can I say something real quick that you said that's gonna make y'all? My tinfoil hat on at this point. I'm gonna confess, and my thing is this tie into time travel, and there are portals that in Trump. These people that we calling the archons or whatever, they're time travel. These are ancient people like the Mayans who knew how to time travel. They got portals and stuff. Charlie Kirk, now I know people gonna crucify me for this, but I don't think these Freemasons and all of them die. Like when they take somebody off the world stage, they take advantage of that by writing out a script surrounding that person, because all of them are agents of division. So they will use that person's death to strengthen their hateful message or their divisive message that is like gas on the fire. So my whole thing pouring the gas down on the fire is like, but think about this, right? How do we know these people die? How do we, I'm really saying I think they literally just pass on to a whole nother portal through an alternate reality. I believe these people are like some sort of humanoids from the past. Like people believe in aliens. I don't believe in aliens. I believe in ancient transhumans that got stuck in this earth simulation. And like the Bible say, the devil want to keep you stuck in here with him. So I'm going to fall back.
Big facts. Vessels, bro. Like what you saying, like vessels, they go from vessel to vessel. And we know that a vessel is also terminology of maritime law. It's the actual ship. So it's like it's what the people go into to traverse the universe, like a ship, a mothership. We're eternal. We get to go bouncing back and forth. And so exactly. Yep.
When you look at the other books, Ingersoll Lockwood, the one that wrote the books about Trump, if you type in his name, books, and go to images, bro will see this symbol right away, because they're showing you one of his book covers is white with the they look like a genie in a bottle. It's showing you the alchemical process, of transmutation. Like their philosopher's stone is them transforming into another body. Look at that cover, bro, to blow your mind. But it just concurs with everything he's been saying for years, how they're ancient alchemists, bro. And they've been able to transfer souls for way longer than we could imagine, I'm sure, in my opinion, too.
Big facts. Yo, Baron. Since we're talking, like, because that's what we're talking about, right? Remember you had a show when I was bringing up, we discussed Baron, right? Baron, the root of Baron is Bart. Bart Simpson had a show when his sister ran against Trump, right? She dressed up in the pearls and everything like Clinton or Hillary Clinton, right? But in that show, there was a magical suitcase, and in all time travel anything, there's a briefcase or a suitcase where they encase, or the handbag, like the ancients, the actual Zohar and Zoroastrian winged dudes that we be bringing up, right? The ancient Sumerians, right? Where they had the wings and they all carrying the handbags or the suitcases. Those things are how they traverse the vessels. And in the actual show of The Simpsons, I'm going deep down the rabbit hole, but it's like, look, Bart and Baron, suitcase time travel, all linked together. They talked about it. They showed it to us because it's almost an unspoken code that they gotta kind of put it in front of our face how they gonna manipulate our minds. But yeah, y'all got it. It's all linked together. Yeah.
They wrote an article about the author of this book on Times of India, but I can't find too much more about it. It say Anastasia Casey, the person who apparently published a book on Charlie Kirk's assassination, has no known writing history, and now it's not even certain whether it's a real person. Right? We already cracked the code that it's AI.
Right. They late.
You know what I'm saying? The $6 book was listed on Amazon under the published date of September 9th, and it didn't have a publishing company, by the way. Amazon later removed it and clarified it was published on September 10th, which is, bro, that's crazy. They lied too after removing it.
Yeah,
so
that's a lie.
Yeah, bro, that's what I was telling you.
So,
and the thing is, when you publish the book, though, bro, you want compensation. You know what I'm saying? So who gets, like, let's say she sell 100 copies. You know what I'm saying? The name is it's like a pseudonym in the name. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of authors do that, but you usually can tie the real person to that name. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, what's the point of doing all of this? Let's just say you so-called really wrote the book. What's the purpose of getting it out so quick and not getting compensated for it? You know what I'm saying? It's just so scripted to me, bro.
Yeah.
So look, guys,
ain't nobody to compensate, and they know that.
Exactly.
Hold on. So someone bought the book before they took it down, and this is a damn page from the book. Yo, this crazy. I'll read it. Chapter 6, Kirk's condition. It say, in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, Charlie Kirk was rushed to a nearby trauma center in Orem. Eyewitnesses recall the urgency of paramedics working at the scene, applying pressure to his wound and stabilizing him as students and staff looked on in disbelief. The sight of the conservative commentator being wheeled into an ambulance, pale but alive, became one of the most shared images of the day. Doctors later confirmed that Kirk had been struck in the neck. Now, here's the part right there that I was looking for some specific. And this is more proof that reality is fucking scripted. Because a day before the shit happened, AI knew exactly where he was going to get shot at. The injury was serious, but not immediately fatal. Though the location of the wound raised fears of long-term damage to his vocal cords, airway, or spinal column. Bro, this is like so accurate. Medical teams acted. Damn, you know what's crazy about me reading this? It make me say, well, damn. The medical teams that show up to these kind of staged events are actors too.
Yep.
Everybody responding to this is in on this, bro. The world is really a fucking stage. Listen, it say the medical teams acted quickly to control bleeding, prevent infection, and maintain his breathing. For several hours after the shooting, little concrete information was released to the public. It's always that way with these kind of, okay, leaving supporters and detractors alike glued to the news broadcast and social media for updates. By late evening, hospital officials announced that Kirk was in stable but critical condition, having undergone emergency surgery. But I wonder if that, bro, the shooting, man, the final reflection of the book, it say, the shooting at Utah Valley University was a shocking and heartbreaking event, yet through, oh, this is just we already, ultimately, yeah, we read this. But damn, I want to read some more of the book now. I want to read. This is somebody post on Twitter. This dude bought the book, and he's put this page up. Dang, bro. You know what's crazy? Is that this post is viral as hell on X.com, and Elon and Trump and all them acting out the AI script, while regular people on your website breaking the fact that this book, why Elon won't talk about this book? Why none of them, they just gonna say this is sad, they gonna sell you the script and hope that this conversation of this book never get mainstream. And it ain't. That's crazy. Damn it, now I'm like an addict now. I want to read the book now. That gave me
too. I'm fiending
for
that, yo. Yeah, I'm fiending for the rest of the other chapters for sure.
What if the book names the killer?
Yo, and not to laugh at, but it's like, yo, our world is crazy, yo. Crazy work. And then you got to think, why only him or that one person got the book? Because you know, I'm gonna go straight down the rabbit hole. Why only him? Why only one person, or you know, a few handful of people got the chance to get the book? Then you find out, like bro was saying, that they're affiliated with this sort of social media, truth, whatever website, right? That's playing it out. And then remember how Elon was like putting on blast how Trump's name was in the you know, on the list or whatever. That's part of the actual script of the movie as well. I don't want people to like everything is part of the script, including what we think is them fighting or infighting. They wrote the infighting or the bickering between the families into the script.
And my whole
yeah, go ahead. Yep.
People, somebody said, I feel bad for the people that think people really don't die. Now keep in mind, their name is Jesus Save the Sinners, so they think Jesus died too. Now, you know, there was a person, you know, when people was questioning 9/11, they was wondering if it ain't a matter if he dead or not alive. It's a matter is you questioning the reality around you. If you're a Bible person, the Bible say prove all things. It don't say believe nothing. So it ain't a matter of you believing people die or not. It's a matter of you seeing what the powers that be put in front of your face and always questioning what the devil give you, if it's real or fake. Your Bible told you to do that, but the Bible knew y'all wasn't gonna do that. The Bible knew y'all was gonna go with the script, go with everything in the news, and that it says in the Bible that the church gonna go astray and they gonna follow the beast. So all of you church people, I can't really rock with y'all when the Bible told me y'all going to hell. I don't want to follow the church to hell. Y'all following the papacy because you ain't trying to open your mind like the book of Revelation told people to do in these times, because the acts of the beast going to be revealed to you. If you open your mind, you're going to see the tricks that's been going on. It say in the Bible that the mystery that's been hidden for the ages will be revealed in these times. So if you ain't getting the download, it ain't my fault or the Bible fault.
Peace, Brother Sanchez, and the panel. I just want to put a scenario out here. What happened if he was Neuralinked and he got shot? Will he still be alive, right?
Right, because these are immortals. They cheated death. That's what we saying. That's facts. You know, that's why I said these people, they go into like a portal, they upload, and they are like your soul and your body is like an electronic signature. It's like an avatar in a video game. Go look at the movie Avatar when the white boy went inside the body and went in. Like, your soul is a real player, and its character in the game is your body. It's seated in its avatar. We are what's called player characters, meaning we have a soul controlling our body, but there are some ancient creatures on this earth that sold a soul when they took the chip back in Egypt and Babylon, and they stuck in this simulation. And they cannot, they it'll be like me uploading my soul inside of a video game, right? And inside the video game, there's an artificial intelligence that's controlling the game. You know, like the adversary gonna be King Cooper or whatever trying to kill you in the game. That ain't gonna be the humans. That's gonna be the AI or the built-in adversary that they call the devil, that was already in the earth before the players picked up the controller. So before I even picked up the controller and came into the game to play the game, Cooper was already there waiting on me. The devil was in the game, and ain't nobody controlling the devil but the game. It's a computer algorithm behind the adversary. And so certain players that upload into this simulation, they merge with the computer adversary, and at that point, they can no longer ever lead a game. They're condemned. Their avatar in the game tethers itself to the AI behind the game, and now their consciousness is entangled forever. It can no longer part ways with its avatar. The act of dying is a privilege, y'all, but the people here turned it into something to be scared of because they can't die. They cheated death, and they became witches, immortal, ghosts in a machine. The fact that you can die mean you ain't stuck to this simulation. This is what the Bible and all that was trying to tell us about the energies in this earth and what this place was and what heaven is. It's the reality beyond this when you take your gamer suit off and see your real self outside of your body, which was the avatar. But when you leave the game, you also leave the body. When you leave the body, you also leave the game, because you have uploaded inside of a avatar that exists within a digital simulation. This place ain't physical, y'all. Morpheus was trying to tell Neo that in the Matrix. It's a computer program. The ancients knew that. So the
whole
truth is,
idea.
I'll stop right there. I'm done.
I was just
Y'all
about to say the whole idea of death being a privilege is deep. You know, imagine, you know, you being stuck here and can never go to the next level or never go, you know, back to the original source. You know, the whole idea of being stuck here is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? Of being trapped, you know what I'm saying? My whole idea is like, you know, the transfer of the spirit of the soul. Sort of, when does that happen? Does that happen immediately after the vessel is taken out, or do they take the body and have to do something to it, like in the movies? You know what I'm saying? The whole transfer of the soul, you know, when does that actually happen? You know what I'm talking about?
So the you got to look at it like this, right? That reaches a certain, they call it the Kundalini rising, right? So our consciousness is entangled in the spinal cord, and it works its way up to the brain and all of that. But this allows the mind to connect with the limbs, the toes, where you can wiggle your hands and all that good stuff. The energy that's moving your body ain't your body, and it ain't from the earth, right? So whatever that is, that's the real you on the other side with like some virtual goggles on, moving around, smacking at nothing. But you can't see that the world around you is a veil, and you're responding. So my whole thing is this right here. The moment you close your eyes and breathe your last breath, you see the other side. And it's like waking up from a dream. And you can die with your eyes closed, but You reach a point where you stop seeing this world when your consciousness detached from the body. It's like a gamer, when his avatar in the game dies, there's no reason for him to keep those goggles on his eyes. So we close our eyes when we die, right? And we do this on a spiritual level. We stop seeing this world. And at that moment, you see the other side. And at the moment you see the other side, a ancient memory, it instantly taps into you on how you got it. The mystery is revealed. It's like this, right? You're in a dream. Something is chasing you in a dream, and it catches up with you and it murders you. And right when you breathe your last breath, you start to see the other side, another you, and this other reality that you forgot about when you were born. It'll be like me waking up from a dream. While I was in the dream, I thought the dream was my world. I thought that was my reality. But when I wake up from the dream, I automatically remember my bedroom, this reality. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I was dreaming. But if I would have stayed in the dream, I wouldn't even know I exist in this world sleeping. Until I wake up and remember, oh yeah, man, that's how death is. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, this memory is hidden. But the moment you fucking see, it's like seeing your old bedroom, and you wake back up. Oh yeah, I fell asleep here and forgot that I was in this crazy ass dream where I was this dude named BROSANCHETV, man, and it was like crazy shit. It was some called TikTok, and it was, and you're just like waking up from a dream. But
I think it's funny how a lot of people will tell you, they struggle remembering their dream. They have like a sense of the dream, but for some reason they can't remember their dream. Have you ever talked to people like that?
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Yeah, they steal your dreams. They for sure can steal have technology to steal your dreams. If they can steal your thoughts, they can steal your dreams as well. It's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
I believe that didn't happen to me at all when I died.
This may sound crazy to y'all, but again, we already opened up this can of worms. I believe the reason we can't remember like our first breath, our first steps, we can't even remember 3 years from now what you was doing for real. I believe we reached a certain point as advanced spirits on this earth when we created these simulations where we stopped even having to remember because we saved our memories inside of these parallel universes. For example, right, this whole life that you living out, it's the soul remembering one of its past experiences. So, and the soul don't got to remember this. It can just revisit this point in time and relive it. So I don't think, like on a macrocosmic level, the memory of the soul is its lifetime, is all of these multiple lifetimes that it done lived out. And the soul really don't got to hold those memories itself. It can store them within the universe with the stars or the parallel universes and just revisit those memories in what we call lifetimes. So it's like a spiritual banking system that they call the Akashic records. Let's say that the soul has so many reincarnations that it can't even carry them all, like a man weighed down with gold. So he's telling the bank, hold this gold for me. This is currency. I don't want to walk around with all this gold. It'll weigh me down, which is why we don't take these memories with us, in my opinion. Like, it'll weigh you down on a spiritual level. But it's currency. It's rich with learning experiences and it's valuable stuff. So we put it in a bank, which is the darkness out there, which is housing the stars, which are like diamonds that are being stored in this sort of chest. And we can visit each one of these and literally live out this lifetime that we've experienced so many times, like a movie, like a library, which every star is starring you in a different parallel reality, different movie. Every time you go into it, you are re-gratified with a different sort of upgrade of who you are. You know, like me reading the Bible more than one time, and every time I read it, I get a new lesson from this same book. The spirit will revisit these. It has lived these multiple lifetimes many times. Same old song. That's why you have deja vu. But it gives a different lesson it learns every time. And this is just but yet another journey of it, in my
So is
opinion.
the spirit gonna? So when we die, are we gonna keep going through the journey, the process of the journey, being reincarnated, or are we gonna wake up from the simulation?
We will reach a point where ultimately we will learn everything that, according to the Hindu and many other cultures, they say once we reincarnate so many times and extract so much experience and knowledge, we gonna reach a point what's called godhood, or this point where we start to outgrow. We gonna get so goddamn knowledgeable that it'll be like a student that go to school for so long, he out of school now. He can't nothing else to teach him, right? You know what I'm saying? He what's called mastered himself. There's nothing else you can tell him about who he is as a spiritual being. He's reincarnated and explored the many layers of himself so many times. He reached a point of enlightenment. Some call it the sunnum bonum, where you can literally, you don't gotta go to school no more because you learned your lesson, so to speak. You graduated. Yeah, that is a point where we get to the base react. When you graduate high school, what they say, time to go to the real world. The real world, you leave a matrix, the simulation. So this is like high school, and when you graduate here, you go to the real world, which is where the advanced spirits go behind this veil. And they living in the real world, like, interacting with this world like how Neo and them was doing in the Matrix, to work to free the people that sleep from it. But they got the battle the AI, the agents who control the rich and the famous and the select, keeping everybody dumbed down. We literally living out the Matrix movie, and we are early initiates of the Trinity ship. Our death is when Morpheus is gonna literally take us and extract us. See, Morpheus is the Reaper. And so when Morpheus come and take Neo out the Matrix, he's literally killing Neo. Neo don't exist in the world no more as a school teacher or whatever his job. He literally leaves the world stage. He exists as he now enter the realm of the dead. He see that the world is a dead hellhole, and we didn't clean it up. We just went and lived inside simulations. And we're gonna see the truth, which is the mystery of what? Babylon and Egypt that the Bible said. Because what's that mystery? That we ain't even in Earth right now. They destroyed Earth long time ago, and now we all sleep in a fucking computer program. And so this is what's going, and that mystery gonna be revealed upon your death. And that's when you gonna get put out as an initiate. People who don't know this knowledge, they'll just get put back in. If you go look at the Matrix movie, the people that die in the Matrix that don't have the knowledge that Neo had, what did it tell you the robots do? It just reset their ass and put them back in.
And the Merovingians he's in the Matrix, right? The Merovingian, he could travel it in and out, and then we got the real Merovingian bloodline here.
The Merovingian bloodline, I'll have to push back on that. That's a hoax. That's supposed to be the earthly bloodline of Jesus, but the man, Jesus as a literal person, never walked the earth. So you trying to find his family's bloodline gonna be a needle in a haystack, but I'll fall back and let you do your thing, man. I'll fall back. Y'all go. You can finish your thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's one of the names that the royal bloodline, or they're not royal, but you know what I mean. The bloodlines go under.
Yeah, like Rothschild or Rothschild. Hey.
Aldo Brandini, Paolo Vincini.
Yep. Yeah, and don't forget that Morpheus. All right, Morpheus is the Lord of Dreams, is the God of dreams. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that out there, so y'all can put the pieces together and connect the dots.
For sure.
So
because they say, hey,
everything,
no, go ahead,
everything that's happening on
say that they're offering the Neuralinks to AIDS patients. And that was because I don't want to talk about it because
why would they even do that?
Huh?
Why would they do that, sister? Come on now. What's
they need much bodies as they can, much souls. Like I say, soul is the currency, not money. They need souls.
Big facts, because they know they about to expire, and they gonna implant something to try to capture that. Exactly. So, yeah.
And as I was telling Sanchez, that with the Neuralink comes an entity with it. This is what my ancestors revealed to me. An entity comes with it, so it's really an entity living in that person's body that's controlling their body, and the person can do is just observe what the entity is doing. It's a messed up deal, though. It's a messed up deal, but people get deceived in that Neuralink.
Sister, people will say that what you saying is like pseudo or tinfoil hat stuff, but they will believe in demon possession, angelical beings, when you're just saying the same thing. And I'm saying, like, we don't have to spookify everything. These ancient people was dealing with the same technology in our time. CIA got mind control stuff, sending these frequencies and beaming them into a person's head. They hearing voices. They call it demons. Yo, all of this stuff is coming back. It's Egyptian technology, Babylonian technology and all that.
Yeah. To add on to it,
Brother Sanchez, can you please explain to me, based off this science that you're talking about, as far as us being lost in the simulation, can you please explain to me the aspect of a person dying and then coming back in the same body, having what they would call an outer body experience, and a person dying and their spirit coming back to visit a person and doing things that show signs that this is this person that passed on, to let this person know, hey, this is me and this is my spirit coming to visit you, and say, okay, explain to me, based off the science of us being lost in the simulation, what is going on there with that soul when it died? Because I've died before and I came back, and the things that I saw when I died would turn everybody's hair white. And so I would like
go into detail, please.
I would like for you to explain to me what was going on, as far as this us being energies. I guess our minds, like the movie The Matrix, us being lost in this simulation. How do you tie that into a person dying and their quote unquote soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, seeing things in that realm and then coming back to actually talk about it?
I look at it this simple. When we all dream, people come back from their dreams and try to explain their dreams to you. And sometime your brother be like, man, I had a crazy dream. It was me, you, and cousin Pete, and we was on a boat, and there was some crazy fishes in the water that was talking. And it was, sometimes you be in these weird little parallel universes.
Okay, I want to say something real quick, and then I'm going to let you, I ain't going to interrupt you no more. But I just want to add this it's a good point. I was still in this realm. My spirit was still in this realm, but it was other things that, like, I could see regular people, but then I could see other things too in the present time.
I get what you're saying, bro.
Above the ambulance of where I died at. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I get everything you saying. I'm saying that when we die, we don't all see the same thing, brother. Just like when we dream, we don't all see the same thing. We all are experiencing our own section of this reality, but all of our points in time are interconnected. So my whole thing about this is, like, if I die and wake up in a previous version of myself, in a base reality beyond this layer, right, and continue doing what I was doing before I fell into this particular matrix, right? When it's like saying, when you wake up in your bed at home from this dream, everybody ain't waking up in the same bed together. We all gonna awake from this dream in the bed we fell asleep at in the previous layer of reality. So some people see other things when they die. Like whatever you see near death, trust me, it ain't gonna be what none of us see on this panel. If you look at all these people near death experience, they all saying something different. The afterlife ain't a concrete reality. It's just another reality that you detach from before you fell into this one. Just like right now, if you fall asleep and you start dreaming, the moment you start dreaming, you gonna forget this world right here even exists. The dream world gonna become your primary reality, and no one in that dream gonna be able to tell you, hey man, you just went to sleep. This is all a dream, until you actually wake up. You ain't gonna go for it, because the moment your consciousness shift from this reality to the dream world when you fall asleep, you're gonna be convinced that the dream world is the real world, and you're gonna even forget that this world even exists. This version of you that sleep in the bed, he won't even exist in that dream you having. No one gonna even be able to tell you he exists.
So what about that? What they call it is a vivid dream, or what about them dreams? You ever been in a
Lucid
dream where you
dream,
know
right?
you dreaming?
I do it. I've done it twice, and actually I've done it so much as a child, but I've done it twice recently, right? And the whole thing about lucid dreaming, you literally have this point where you remember who you is in this world and the dream world.
No, I was in present time at the scene of the
no,
crime.
I'm not saying my experience is yours, Hero. I'm giving mine. But I'll make mine quick so you can give yours. I know they're gonna be different. Allow me to tell them what I experienced though. When I was in the dream, I didn't know I was dreaming at first. Something triggered it in the dream where I was like, damn it, oh, I'm dreaming, but I didn't wake up. And for a moment, I had this sort of two memories, because in the dream, I have this whole set of memories and childhood memories that I'm acting out. Like I'm a whole nother version of me in that dream with its own memories, its own everything. But then I remember this other version that sleep in this world, but still I'm this dream version of me. But I know there's another me sleep in the bed, and I know I can go to it just by balling up in a knot, closing my eyes. I know how to end the dream. If y'all ever done this before, you know what I'm saying. But you don't go. You stick around, and it's like you're a double-headed dragon. You're these two people in one. It's fucking weird. It's like I'm walking around this reality. I'm this other version of myself, but I'm totally conscious that there's another me sleeping in this world, and I can go back to it. But I'm saying, nope, I don't want to go back to my body yet. I want to explore this one, but I'm knowing he's there, and that if I close my eyes and ball up, I'll wake back up in my bed. This is crazy, man. Because at some point, you don't know that he's there, and you ain't lucid dreaming, and you just think you just walking around this dream world thinking this is all there is. I think we're doing that right now, and
you're
they
in the different layers.
Yeah. And I think that's what death is, and that's why they want to cheat death before our generation end, which is why they said people gonna seek death but ain't gonna find it in our time.
And can I just clarify myself? Not only they need the soul, they need the body too, because the body can connect to the ether, the etheric cord. So they're working through the etheric cord as well.
Yeah, the body is the technology that they use to harness the soul by housing it into a false version of itself. Yeah,
definitely.
Electromagnetic, like you said, the soul signature is electromagnetic. So, you think they haven't found out how to tap into that or harness that? For sure.
They got patents on it. And it's always Heavenly Father and Mother. You got the light seed, and then you got what bursts out the reality that we call, that we live through. Just
So
like and that's as above, so below, like what bro was talking about. It's like, no, go ahead, bro. No, go ahead,
no,
bro.
I'm sorry. I want you to land. That's rude of me. I wanted to ask you
No,
a
you good,
question.
man.
I'm gonna ask you a question, but I'm gonna ask it when you're done.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying, like, it's the standard operating procedure. I'm just gonna read through the, the little, the channel, what I posted, right? Like the truth, like it becomes the goal is to be light. Like when y'all was talking about heavy versus light, it's it's literally to become light. It's to go back to the source of what we spawn out from. And so, as above, so below, the same standard operating procedure that we go through down here, you're going to have it up there in the hierarchy. It's going to be the same type of things, but it's going to be in a different body, like it says in Revelation. And also, it talks about, my main point is to understand that if you're confused about what's going to happen after death, just look at what happens down here, because the cycles down here are going to repeat itself up there, but we want to be in a different physical body. But yeah, y'all got it.
Yeah. The whole and see the thing that's so deep about this bill is all started to people who may be lost how we get here. It's because of a book that exists that shouldn't exist. This book is like a glitch in the matrix because it is direct, tangible proof that you can go pull up now that reality is scripted ahead of time. It's premeditated, right? So the fact that this whole event was articulated in this book, detail by detail, everything that happened specifically, man, even down to, man, it's so specific. It makes me say, damn, how long have AI been generating our reality? Because now we saying the cloud's fake, this fake, that's fake, this fake. We don't even know if this, everybody is saying it's getting harder to tell the difference between what's real and fake the further we go into the future. I'm telling you right now, we've already been at that level for the past decade. Most of the shit we've been seeing was fake all the way back to September 11th. Because there was no PLANES. So only thing I'm telling you, they've been scripting shit using AI. They've been using fake video footage and AI shit, generated stuff for a long time, since the 40s. We have to go back and re-question how much of history, how much of everything we've seen in front of us and heard on the news, all these historical events that have shaped where we at right now as humanity, how much of it was even real? If you can write the history, the past, you can control the future. If you can write and forge the past, you can control the future. And if you don't know how that's possible, I can go into detail right now. Just let me know who want me to go into detail on it. Because
fire up on them, bro.
Because check this out. Everything, everywhere we at right now as a world, as a people, is based upon everywhere we've been. But what if we didn't literally go there? Okay, it'll be like this right here. What if all of the big events that have shaped the laws that have been passed recently, the legislations in your community, it's dictating how much power we get versus the government. And we see that more of the civilians' power is being taken away through staged events, fear tactics, all that. Now, the average person, you can't tell them it's all scripted. They want more control. They want more authority. And now we're going into a digital governing system, which is crazy at our most dumbed down time of believing all of these events. Because it's such a dangerous time, because we're at a time where most of the world believe everything that's given to them, in a time where you should be questioning everything given to you, because it's deep fake technology, AI technology. Even the people that making this technology is saying we gonna have to start making other technology that you're gonna have to run a video through just to see if it's AI or not in the future. And if you don't got that, then you don't know if what you watching on the internet real or not. You're gonna have to pay a whole nother bill, because it's gonna be hard to distinguish, and it's gonna be so much. So my thing is, AI have already infiltrated all of CNN, Fox, all of that. When you see these reporters reading the script and they all saying everything verbatim, AI giving everything that it owned this one script that the Bible say the beast basically gonna make all of his people speak with the same tongue. They gonna be on the same page like a hive mind with this spirit in them, and all of them doing what this spirit telling them to do. So when you watch these videos and every news station saying everything verbatim, it ought to hit different now when you realize this shit is a hive mind that's been in charge on Earth a long time, and we just realized our third eye opening. We're just seeing it. But most of the world will never see what we seeing. This is the time of revelation. That is all scripted, and we in a damn simulation. This shooting ought to show us that the fact that the news ain't talking about this book, y'all, why ain't this the biggest story? The biggest story ought to be, how did this lady write a book before this happened? Because that'll lead to everybody talking about our scripted reality. But what they got everybody talking about? Black versus white division, hate, anger. It's crazy, man.
Big facts, chasing that shiny object.
It's the signs of the times. Like this, to me, these events don't be just trendy topics I like to talk about. I like to really show you how the world is a stage. But the thing about it is, I need the receipts, I ain't gonna lie, because everything ain't staged, and people will really, you can lose your integrity among people when they, or he think everything just staged. No, we don't. You know, and I do look through stuff before I know the world is a stage, but every staged event don't mean that it didn't literally happen. Like, for example, right? Something can really be a real event, but the narrative can be painted in a way to drive division, to do, just say something happened to you and they use your death for a political goddamn reason. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't like it's staged, but they control the narrative around your death more than your family. You know what I'm saying?
Use it for the agenda.
Yeah, so it ain't got to just be staged. It's other forms of getting this thing across, because the news got to give you some real news too. Everything on there ain't no fake ass scripted shit. But if they covering real local events, then no one would question if they fake a major event here and there. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Because people gonna say, you think stuff fake? My homie died and they did a news story on him. Yeah, they gonna give you some real local shit, but then they gonna mix in some scripted crisis actor shit, and that's the shit that go unnoticed, because people think, well, they covering real events, you know what I'm saying? Because they got a few real ones.
All stage means is that they basically already know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's scripted out, facts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah, on Twitter, they talking about this book. It's viral, but on YouTube, I don't see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to add into what you're talking about now with the AI, because like you said, it's been around a long time. You remember, obviously Crowley, right? In the early 1900s, the demon he's supposedly summoning. Remember, it's ayahuasca. That's AI.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca.
Right. I am EM, or I am. Shout out to Sally McDermott. Thank you for being a member of the channel, and thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the love. Hey, and shout out to Jay Scaramella. He said the world is nothing but a stage. That's big facts. appreciate you, Jay. And shout out to Sun Tzu. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all, I don't know if y'all want to even play this video, but I mean, we could if y'all want.
Across the state whose works.
Because what'll happen is sometimes you can you can catch on to certain agendas they trying to push through this shit.
Seamlessly together, local law enforcement.
Shout out to Stationary Earth. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate
enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person and to bring justice. I want to thank the public who has been so.
So what I was gonna say was, it wasn't a pastor that turned the boy in; it was his family member. Someone made the correction earlier, but the whole thing about that is, remember now, it was his family member. To me, this boy family was eating dinner and they was talking so much shit about Charlie Kirk. They probably was saying stuff like, I hope he'd fucking drop dead. Just evil stuff. And this boy got activated. He didn't say nothing. He knew at that dinner table, I'm gonna do this for my family. And he did it. Now look, who is the people who he went to right after he did it? His family. Who turned them in? The same people. Who turned them in? The same people that was having this conversation with him before he did it. So that's fucking crazy. They don't see how they activated this sleeper cell, or maybe they did. You know?
Right, bro. That was me, bro. He turned himself to his dad, who was a retired sheriff. 27 years, you know, and then his uncle worked on a little army base, so he'd been around guns and all of this type of shit too for years. You know, even his mom, she was posting pictures on Facebook of him, and now she took all of that shit down. But you know, that's crazy. I agree.
Are they gonna blame it on mental illness?
Well, I'll say this, right? If they can show a history of medications and shit that he's been on, like all his medicine and stuff, then yeah, they can definitely get him the DeCarlos Brown treatment, and I'll give him the DeCarlos Brown treatment too. But here's the thing: when you dealing with sniping, when you dealing with intricate plan, the reason it's gonna be hard for him to get mental illness is because of the very nature of, like, in a lot of mental ill cases, is random, stupid, unexplained acts, like the dude in North Carolina just pulled out a knife and stabbed a stranger. No rhyme. Crazy people do stuff that we can't explain, y'all. People with sense do stuff we all can explain, like assassinate a person that's preaching a message they don't like. That's literally a political terroristic act. So that would be different than just some crazy man walking up on your grandma, beating her with a baseball bat, saying, in the name of Jesus, that's a demon. She's a demon. You see what I'm saying? So versus someone that's planning out an attack on, let's say, JFK. That's a political rebel. That's a revolutionary for some group. That's a sniper. That's a trained assassin. And that's going to be hard to get mental illness for that. This is a very thought out act, a specific act, a political act. You know, there's a lot. You just can't gonna be hard to get mental illness for that.
That's true. And this kid, he got a 4.0 GPA all the way through high school. You know, he got a 4-year scholarship for the college he in now. You know, this was not someone that they can pin mental illness on. You know what I'm saying? So right away, they start saying that he got radicalized. This is the word they keep putting next to his name and shit. He got radicalized while he was in college. That's what they're saying, you know. He's far left, even though his whole family is Republican. You know what I'm saying? His mom and his dad, they Republican. He's a registered. They said he changed it to independent, but they just keep trying to spin the story to left and the right. You know, like you said, my nigga, the blood is in the Crips. We gotta stop saying. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this one, and you can, and I'm gonna mute up, man, and I'm gonna listen in. I think there, like I always been saying, there is a degree of mental illness for you to carry out these kind of acts that shooter carried out. So mentally ill in a sense of schizophrenia, you using violence for no reason. No, he's not that kind of crazy. He's the kind of crazy that's politically driven. Whoever saw that movie called Higher Learning, where Ice Cube and them had to beat up that damn white boy because he was with the Nazi group? Remember that old movie with Tyra Banks in it and Omar Epps?
Higher Learning.
Yeah, so that kind of crazy. You know, like the white boy was a college student, so he ain't he wasn't, but crazy as in emotional trauma, with your racial supremacy issues, identity, shit. Really, I ain't gonna lie, man. It is a form of mental illness, but it's not a form of, it's so many levels to mental illness to where you're cognitive of a crime or you're non-cognitive, right? There are a lot of nuances at law where they wanted to know what state of mind you were in. And in the case of the dude on the North Carolina stabbing, his state of mind was on a level where he wasn't in a normal conscious state to where he even can give you a reason for why he did it. But the person who unalived Charlie Kirk can tell you, yeah, I did it because he teaches this, he teaches that. I don't like that he teaches that. So they understand politics and all. Like some of these crazy people, if you walk up to them, they be talking to they stuff and stuff. And like the dude that Carlos Brown, I think he was sly way that kind of crazy. But that's just my opinion. I'll fall back. Y'all got it.
I just wanted to clarify when I say soul, because soul is a life force. So that's why it's important, the soul, because it's a life force. And once, you know, they can also tap into the other bodies that, you know, that you have as well. So they're going further than we could imagine as far as with the Neuralink implants and stuff like that. So I digress.
So you all actually believe that this was a real event that really happened? I mean, you all watch movies and TV shows all the time with elaborate stunts that show elaborate deaths. They shoot those movies on the street sometimes in real time when they have the gunshots go off and they have the blood packets splatter off the person and all that type of stuff, like the person really got shot. And then they go back to editing and they put CGI over those scenes to make them look even more real. So I mean, this is all, when we talk about stage only means we already know that it's gonna happen, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a straight movie scene that went down.
Basically.
It's a lot of evidence that points to that. And to even go into the conversation about the shooter and his mental state, all that's part of the script to even still have you thinking that this was a real scene. To keep you still attached to these things on TV, because the TV was created to brainwash you. You see, the more you pay attention to the stuff on the TV, the more you connected to it instead of disconnecting from this matrix. And so the more that you believe these things on the TV, the more you're connected to it.
Yeah, it's part of the
and MK. So that's why they put on these stage plays on TV. So it's like you have to deal with the reality of it instead of playing into the script. You know, it's like talking about power and as if or empire, like the character that Terrence Howard played was a real person and Cookie is a real person. Like it's like talking about it like that. These people are all actors. This dude Kirk was a Freemason, and they don't kill each other unless they go against the oath. And from what I've seen, he played his role very well on TV. He did exactly what they wanted him to do. And now they do the death and resurrection ritual where they kill this character off the world stage and then they resurrect him as a new one. Lady Gaga is Amy Winehouse. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Like it's so many of them. You can go down the line. They just changed characters. Go ahead.
Yes, allegedly, Trump is Aleister Crowley. Allegedly. Okay, I'm just saying, putting it out there since you said that.
You know what's funny? He's got sorry to cut you off. He's got a lot of Crowleys around him as well. He's got just look into it. He's got Crowleys around him, which is odd, and he looks like him with a bald head. If you take the hair off of Trump.
Yeah, Neuralink.
There you go. And that's not new either. They act like it's new, but there's a movie from the 80s called Saturn III. They're talking about the whole movie's about Neuralink chips. You know what I mean? So,
and for the people who don't understand that, explain the Neuralink connection with the staged events and these characters, one character being killed off and resurrected as a whole new person on the world stage.
I think it happens all the time, man. Because here's the thing, right? This is what we gotta realize, right? You reach a certain point in this world stage where you merge with AI. Remember that dude in the Matrix who ate the steak and he was sitting there saying, put me back in, plug me back up to the computer, which is merge me, give me the Neuralink chip, put me into my fake body that's inside of the Matrix world and let my real body sleep. Fuck the real world. I don't want to see the real world. Put me back in. That's what he was saying. So what I'm telling you is we in the fake world now. And there are ancient people who already sold out and made this their heaven. They did a deal with the AI to be rich, famous, and world elite, all this. Now here's the thing, right? But when you say about them swapping bodies and all that, the moment you get the chip in your head, you no longer own your own personality. Your personality is shared among every AI to the point where everyone is everyone. So if Sanchez merged with the beast right now, my whole spirit, what makes me me, is the way I talk, the way my hands move, the way can't nobody be me like me, right? Like a fool, right? But once I merge with AI, that which makes me me is now accessible to the entire hive mind. So the moment I get the chip in my head, every other soul with the chip in their head can immediately see what and feel like what it is to be Sanchez, and I can feel like what it is to be them. We're one consciousness. So within that, we don't even got to talk to each other. If I have a thought, it's their thought too. It's just one big thought, one mind that they're joining. So it ain't like when this one die, he come back as that one. Is one unified consciousness. It's like a collection of merged souls, and this soul can't die because it's entangled inside of this medley of souls. You know what I'm saying? If that make any sense. But the whole thing I'm saying is, when these people leave the world stage, it's because what's written out in the AI script is for that character to leave at that moment in time. Do they come back as someone else? Well, think about it. To say they come back as someone else is doing what the power that we would have to do. So when I die, I can go to a higher reality and be a whole nother version of myself. But if I sell my soul and merge with the beast, I can never be another version of myself. I'm stuck as this version of Bro Sanchez. I can't evolve further. I'm frozen in time. And this version of me will only go into AI, and they can use it as a template to make other versions of Bro Sanchez from it. Like me putting in a title in Chat GPT saying, making me 50 versions of this title to see which one is best. So it like the concept of you joining this beast, like you don't die because you live on through everyone else in the hive mind. You got to think about it. If you got the chip in your head, when you having sex with your wife, everybody with the chip in their head can experience what you experiencing. Exactly. This is what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where do they go when they die if they all are intertangled? Their souls are all meshed together as one soul that we call Satan. It's like AI has claimed all these people's soul and made this big cesspool of consciousness with everyone's personality under AI's command. You know, so
Leviathan, I call it. And I wanted to also point out that these the people with the Neuralink, when they have children, see that this is the thing, they harvesting children from this. Okay, so when they do, let's say transgress, I mean not transgress, die, they then turn that thing can go into the child. It's like not possession, but they do it some kind of way. See, I believe that they're trying to change what is already written. That's what I feel like they're trying to do, which is going to be impossible, but they're trying.
And then it's crazy because people with the chip, now we play a lot of jokes. We be like, he's borging out. Yo, let me tell you something. People with the chip literally borg out. They will have these split seconds where it's like they had to get a download before they respond. Guess who do that a lot? Elon Musk. And it's very subtle. You could miss it. But I'm telling you that Elon is like at the top of the hive. So his processor has access to every single undersoul that has took the chip. That's why I think he borg a lot. I'm on some sci-fi movie type shit now.
Hey, you're 1,000,000% right. Let me just say this one thing real quick, because Elon backwards is null, right? That word means the head. That's everything. So, yeah.
And the word Elon could be rearranged to spell Noel.
I remember you saying that, yes, sir.
And yeah, man, because Noel is another name of this tech god. I'm telling you that Santa or whatever. This is what my research showed, but I ain't gonna go into that. But this movie Saturn 3, somebody brought that up. I'm gonna go and check that out tonight, man. I don't think I ever saw it, but they do got a lot of old movies that got the brain computer interface concept.
Yeah, that's all coded. But the fact that he moved to Texas to the Lone Star, Elon's a word scramble also of lone. He walks around with the cowboy hat now. That's an Illuminati deck. It's just all a script, bro.
Yes, it is. That's crazy.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, yeah, because Elon moved to Texas, huh? Oh.
The Lone Star State. Elon, Lone, Noel. Yes, sir.
And they got the symbol of the 5-pointed star. You got the Cowboys. I'm just saying, like, that is crazy.
Nah, man, I watched your old videos decoding his symbolism as well, man. And one thing I noticed too with the Tesla symbol, outside a lot of stuff you pointed out already, when you flip it upside down, it looks like you get a pillar. But it'll also look like, do you remember the old JL audio? They got the same symbol when you flip it upside down. And yeah, man, it's one of my old decodes too. Is the first Reebok logo has the Tesla T in the middle of it. Why would that be in the middle of a word that don't have a T in it?
Look at this shit. The left is the party of murder. Elon Musk calls for Republicans to fight out the Charlie Kirk. Now, y'all know these far rights has been ready to get radicalized for this civil war and go against, I'm telling y'all, this shit is getting crazy in America, bro. And Elon, real quick, Elon ain't even American. He moved over here, and he's over here seeding all this damn division for his benefit. Now he want to say, well, the left did it. Let's go ahead and who's mostly to go with the left? Black people, all this. This is so deep, it's going to be like a race war, all kind of shit, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what they
Charlie
want,
Kirk died talking about gangs and black people. And I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy, bro.
Elon comes from a government family, bro. Their other name, Haldeman. It's funny because Elon kind of played like an advisor to Trump, and then Nixon, his advisor was Haldeman. That's Elon's grandfather. So it's all these little connections all add up, man.
That's crazy because Elon automatically talking about some It's time that, let's start this gang war, knowing he ain't gonna bust a grape. He gonna be far away watching the fucking chaos unfold. This is crazy right here, man. What they doing right now, bro. Playing into the script. See, this is all the tech bros, the small hats with this Zionism, digital government agenda that they're gonna slowly unfold through a bunch of series of events like what we see here. Shout out to Stacy Galore. Thank you for the super chat. The internet began in 1983 and was invented for computers and individuals to connect and share information. Neuralink was launched in 2016 and in my opinion will be used to connect individuals more. I can't say you wrong at all about that one, Stacy. Appreciate the love. So, Boss Man, thank you for the donation. Boss Man says, are you sure the book isn't a product of AI? I'm almost certain AI conjured up that nonsense. But the fact that AI wrote the book before the event happened lets me think that the world governments is acting out a script that's written by AI. And AI got ahead of itself. AI know what's going to happen. Bro, what if you can go on Chat GPT and tell me what's going to happen tomorrow? Because it's connected. It is AI. It know the script that these people in power is going to run out what they doing on the news. And what if you had some kind of way to hack Chat GPT to let it tell you, yeah, in 3 months from now, it's going to be a stage shooting here and boom, 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 because it's giving you the script that is writing out for them to get to this end goal. And I'm telling you, that's literally possible to do. This is how deep I'm telling you what I'm thinking this whole shit is. This is what this book is proof of, that AI know a future script. AI ain't a prophet. And the only thing I can say that makes sense is AI know what's going to happen before it's happening, because they are literally acting out a script that's written by AI. And that's the only thing I can think of. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they do all of the gods that, like, AI is in the name I am and all this. I do think that this earth god was AI. But I'm going to stop right there, man. I got to make some runs. I don't know if everyone on the call actually had a chance to speak, though. But salutes to all of y'all. I will be revisiting all this stuff because there's going to be more stuff unfolding. But as always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Be on the lookout for the notifications. Much love.
Peace and love.
For sure.
Peace. Peace.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it. Y'all don't forget to look at those hand signals they were doing behind your boy Kirk. I'm still
that's
looking
gonna
into
be
that now.
the next one. Next one gonna be the hand signals, and it was something else that we got. I'll figure it out. But yeah, be on the lookout for it. I'll have videos with them too. But your salutes, we out. Appreciate everyone for the support. If you're watching this on a replay, appreciate y'all. See you.